Good to have you guys with us, Coy Cronk, as well. Fellas, I'm going to cut right to the chase on this. I know how tough these last 2 years have been for you because you were so close to achieving a goal and getting yourselves to a bowl. 2 times you went into that last game with a chance to get there. 2 times you didn't. Nick, I'll start with you. What does it take to be a bowl team this year?
We just got to do the little things right. The culture's moving in the right direction, and just have that killer instinct, to finish off these games, these close games, and being sick and tired of being that team that's just too close.
Reakwon?
I would, piggyback off Nick. I would say do the little things right, and continue to just have confidence, and then bring the younger guys with us, and keep them confident and their spirits up.
How about for you, Coy?
Yeah, I think they pretty much covered it. But with that being said, I'm really looking forward, to our first game against Ball State at Lucas Oil. We want to get this monkey off our back. Last season ended how we wanted to end. We lost a bucket game, a rivalry game. It wasn't great. So just being able to go back out there and play again, kind of get past that, I think we're really looking forward to this season.
You talk about the bucket game. You're a Lafayette guy.
I am, yeah.
Yeah. So how much does it eat you up that it's the Boilers who have kept you guys out of that postseason?
Yeah, it's tough. But, I come from a great community, great friends, family, a lot of support. So I can't really complain. But, I'm a Hoosier. And back-to-back bucket losses is not what I wanted.
Right. Just doesn't sit well with you. Okay, so given that that's the goal, where have you guys seen the biggest improvement in this team, Nick?
Just in that standard, right now in the offseason, having that standard and that culture that we're, a successful team that's going to, win games. It's not just we're having people that are holding each other accountable. There's no more just, hey, we're going to let that slide. Nothing's going to be let go anymore. Everyone's holding each other to a standard of excellence.
What else have you seen in terms of changes from last year to this year, Reakwon?
I see guys, coming and getting extra work. I see guys, calling, older guys, hey, how do I get to this on film? Guys, confident, they're ready to work. And, you see it in their eyes. They come out to player practice, ready to compete. And we're having fun, but they're hungry, they're competitive, and they're bringing that competitive edge and pushing even the guys that's already been here.
Coy, where have you seen the biggest leaps?
Yeah, I think the biggest leaps come from just not looking ahead and focus on what we got to do in the present. What are we going to do today? Everyone works hard, everyone runs, lifts, and all that. So what can we do extra? So if that's an extra set of bench press, if it's more stretching, if it's more wind sprints, so something extra we got to do today instead of just focusing on things down the road. Let's just handle today's business.
Coach Allen is such a passionate guy. I mean, you see it every time that I'm around him, every time I sit and speak to him, every time he speaks to the media publicly. He's so passionate. What's it like to play for someone who kind of wears his heart on his sleeve?
It's been amazing. Obviously, he's been the defensive coordinator these last 2 seasons, but now he's just the head coach. So you get to be in the offensive meeting room. So, it's just different. It's a different feel in the meeting rooms when he's in there. So, I think it's making an impact. I'm really excited for it.
What stands out about playing for Tom Allen?
You're going to get him. This is him. He's real, honest, and he's authentic. He's going to give you what he believes is true. He's not going to never lie to you. He's going to tell you the truth every time and give you his honest opinion. And you just know, he's fired up about everything. Coming in, weight room, going to run, going to practice, anything fires Coach Allen up.
Nick?
Yeah, I would say, just building us as men, outside of the field, not just, as players. He's pushing, all of us right here to be more vocal, and that's something he stresses. There's no more leading by example with our team. We got to have a vocal leader who's going to say, you know what, the buck stops here. We're not going to let these things slide anymore, and pushing us, out of our comfort zones and making us speak up more, and be those guys that, might be the tough love that we need to, get this team moving in the right direction.
So you're saying that's everyone, Nick? I mean, the notion is that everyone can be a vocal leader?
No, he's really focusing on the seniors, having a senior core, that have been through it, have played in the Big Ten, have been part of these close teams who are just sick and tired of being, the team that just wasn't there, just couldn't finish it off. The guys that it really means, a lot to.
Among the things I find really interesting about your team, the quarterback depth. I mean, I know you have Peyton Ramsey who's coming back as an incumbent starter, but Jack Tuttle transfers in, very highly touted and very highly recruited young man. Michael Penix as well, and we know about the injury issues he had, but we've seen flashes of how talented he is. You work with those guys every day. Kind of take us through that quarterback room and the strengths of each one of those guys.
Each guy, they're all real similar. At the end of the day, they're all really athletic. They all have a really great arm and all have a really good head on their shoulders. And I've just seen them compete. You know, they're not doing their separate things like, hey, I'm Peyton, I'm only going to throw with the receivers, and, you know, it's just going to be me and them. It's going to be a personal workout with just us. They all get together. They all, you know, get us all together as a receiver group, and they're all just pushing each other, you know, to be the best quarterback they can be. And at the end of the day, when this season starts and when, you know, we can make this final decision, I'm happy with whoever we have, you know, throwing the ball for us and leading this offense.
How about from an offensive lineman's point of view, dealing with these guys?
Yeah, I mean, they're awesome to block for. You know, no one's over the top with you. It's eye to eye, a lot of respect. You know, it's a good problem to have. It's good to have depth. You know, there's nothing wrong with competition. You know, iron sharpens iron. So, you know, I'm excited. Whoever wins the job, it's not going to really change for us up front. You know, we plan to go to work, and, you know, it's a blessing to have 3 good quarterbacks.
One of the other really interesting subplots, I think, for this season for IU is new coordinators on both sides of the ball. Now, part of that is obviously, you know, with the defense. Coach Allen had been coordinating the defense in the past. Now Kane Womack takes over. Philosophically, how similar is it going to look to what you guys were doing before, Reakwon?
I mean, you know, they have tweaks and changes throughout it, but, you know, it's pretty similar. Not hard for us to, you know, adjust to or learn. You know, Coach Womack is very, you know, flexible. You know, he's open to hearing players' thoughts. So, you know, it's not difficult at all. You know, and he makes sure he hears our thoughts and puts it into consideration. And he knows his players, and he knows how to put them in successful positions.
On the offensive side, Mike DeBoer retiring, so now Kalen DeBoer takes over. What's the offense going to look like? How does it compare to what we've seen from IU offenses in the past, Nick?
I mean, it'll be, you know, kind of similar, but, you know, hopefully you're going to see a lot more explosion, you know, big plays down the field, you know, not just big bombs down the field, but maybe a 5-yard hitch that turns into, you know, a 60-yard run after catch. Just focusing on the details and the timing and the culture of having a 1-0 mindset, you know, that whatever happens in the past, any mistakes we make, we can't dwell on that because it's going to happen. It's football. It's Big Ten football. You know, there's going to be mistakes that are going to be made. And he's just really kind of instilled that and putting us as, you know, position and skill guys in the best position to make, you know, the plays that we were recruited to do.
Corey, what stands out to you about the offense?
I think we got a lot more schemes. I think we got a lot of stuff we're going to do up front in the running game. And I think we're just going to, you know, we got a lot of weapons. We haven't really utilized them. I think this year, I think we're going to find a way to get everyone involved. Everyone's going to get their touches. And as far as scheme-wise goes, I think it's going to be really good for us. I think we're going to get a lot of different looks. You know, overall, I'm just really excited for the season.
Yeah, you talked about having a lot of weapons. Stevie Scott really emerged last year. We saw him at camp, and he was really impressive. And then his opportunity kind of arose, and he ran with it, literally and metaphorically ran with it. What's so much fun about blocking for him?
You know, Stevie runs the ball hard. He's a violent runner, and it's awesome blocking for him. You know, sometimes there's just not holes. But Stevie can go there and get 3 or 4 or 5 yards for you, and it's awesome. But the thing about Stevie Scott is he's a great kid. He's humble. He always has a smile on his face. He's a yes, sir, no, sir type of kid. And, you know, it's a pleasure to work for him and block for him.
Raekwon, how tough is he to bring down?
He's pretty tough. You know, he's a big guy, explosive, athletic, fast. So yeah, when you see Stevie back there, you got to come with it. You come with everything you got.
You lost a lot of production at the linebacker spot last year. How does that change your role?
You know, I step into this role and I just kind of, you know, lead the other guys, you know, get other guys ready because, you know, we have a good rotation going on. We have a lot of depth at linebacker. So, you know, I just want to, you know, make sure everyone's sharp, make sure they know their plays, know what they're doing. And it's just, you know, I try to be there for them in any way possible. And, you know, that's kind of, you know, we're real close in there. So, you know, we stay close and make sure we can depend on each other. So, I mean, we trust each other out there on the field, no matter who's in.
You talk about people that you depend on. Your family, of course, is front and center. I know you guys went through a lot last year. Hurricane Michael destroying your family home in Florida. I know how challenging that must have been for you. Bring us up to date on your family and how they're doing.
They found an apartment to rent out for the remainder of until we figure out exactly the plan. And you know, they're stable, they're happy, they're home, they're back in their home city at least. And you know, it's all smiles right now. You know, it might not be where we want to be, but you know, it's progress and it's growth. And you know, they're resilient. They're real resilient. You know, they bounce back like it didn't happen. You know, they're putting it in the past, and you know, everything else gonna handle itself. And you know, we're just content. We just want to be happy.
What did the support that you got from the college football community and particularly from the IU community mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. You know, just after we had started at GoFundMe, and we seen the comments, you know, the prayers, the donations, everything. You know, my mom called me, she broke down crying because, you know, that just meant so much to her. She didn't know that we would have that support, and you know, I'm forever thankful for that, because that money didn't only help my family, it helped everyone in my family, like my aunts, my uncles, my granny, everything, my cousins. So, you know, that meant the world to her, and you know, she's so thankful for it.
A powerful story. Thanks a lot for sharing it with us. Reakwon Jones, Nick Westbrook, Cronk. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great season.
Awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.